everyone, and thank you to all that decided to stop by and watch this guide on my team. I've gotten a number of requests to go over the combo structure, how the team works in neutral, the general pros and cons of the team, as well as provide any alternatives if you wanted to play other characters but wanted to keep playing Pickle Trunks, Pickle Yamcha, or Trunks Yamcha. And then real quick, I want to go over kind of like how we got to this point with my team. So before I was playing my usual team, which was Adult Gohan, Piccolo, Goku, as J Goku in Season 2. I realized that the team wasn't kind of fitting well for me, so kind of like halfway through the season, I decided to drop it. I went to Vegito, Trunks, Yamcha, and right before Gogeta came out, and then I started playing Gogeta, Trunks, Yamcha. And then it kind of dawned on me that like I wasn't playing Piccolo, that wasn't my character, like my character wasn't on my screen, my dad wasn't with me. So I decided, I was like, you know what, screw it. And then we started playing the team, and it's been one of the more enjoyable teams for me to play. So, quick rundown. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, one of the big concepts on this team is that it's very focused on the neutral. Once you get that first hit, it kind of becomes very easy for the team to kind of get going. As previously mentioned in my Pickle guide, the use of JL is one of the key components in the neutral game. It hits a really big button. You guys know it's a sword normal. It's really, really strong. Now, in conjunction with both the CTF assist and beam assist from Yamcha, it becomes critical as you'll be able to cover a wide amount of screen space at all times. So I'm just going to tap these real quick and just show you like what kind of airspace it covers. So you guys can kind of see that it covers not only the y-axis, but it also covers the x-axis. So it covers both kinds of screens, so you kind of are forcing the opponent to play the air-to-air game, which Piccolo thrives in. CTF has become one of the most polarizing assists, for me at least. Though lacking in block stun, landing at about plus 14 on block, it helps cover that slight angle in the neutral that can be able to, and you'll be able to countercall certain assists in the game at a moment's notice. So you guys kind of see what I love at the beginning of round start. I love just calling this, wait for an assist and countercall, blasting them away, things of that nature, right? And this is pretty, CTF is a pretty good assist to blow up some of your favorite assists in the game, such as Beam's UIA assist at properly timed, Janemba A and Broly B, for example. But again, it is timing sensitive, so use the virtual key. So you guys see the little, I'm gonna take this off for just a moment. Where is display settings? So you guys in match, you guys won't be able to really see. So like I use the HUD as a little cue for me personally to keep track of where the assists are, and I kind of call them out as I see. So if you know the opponent like certain ranges, you can, and they call a particular assist, like I said before, you can blow them away with CTF, and then Piccolo or Yamcha can help continue the pressure, which is really, really nice. One thing that I love doing as well is that at round start, you can use things such as 6S with Piccolo to get a full confirm with Trunks, and this is due to the fact because CTF got buffed. It got buffed back to its incredible amount of hit stun at plus 65, so you have plenty of time to confirm and to continue combos with either Piccolo or Yamcha. And then also, I'm just going to real quick show the damage on a 2L, or a light rather. Oh, sorry. You guys get the idea. So damage is still pretty strong, and you have low light year. There's been times where I've been full screen, I've been able to confirm off a CTF, get to a full combo because of the JL, that beautiful JL. Also, another example at round start is that, say if someone likes to throw a button, so things like Buku shoulder, lariat, kind of your favorite things that you like to pull, Pickle can pull this off and be able to get full confirm. I did this off Yamcha assist, but both assists can work in that conjunction as well. So With this change, this has been a universal thing since season. It's been about, I think it's like either season 2 or season. No, it's been season. I think season 2. This causes a ground bounce. Either season, yeah, it's either late season 2 or beginning of season 3 that this causes a ground bounce. So you'll be able to fully combo into like CTF assist. You guys get the picture on this, and you get a full confirm, which is pretty sweet. But number one thing with this team, and I keep saying this, you gotta be wary of your round starts, right? Always switch it up. Backdash Orb is not a bad option, because again, with that buff CTF assist, you'll be able to get a full confirm off it, which is pretty sweet. And then you can go into some new stuff. You can go, you guys get the idea. So just be pretty wary about this. Yamcha can actually use CTF in different ways as well. He can kind of do the same kind of deal as Piccolo. One thing with CTF is that like he can kind of get the same kind of deal where he can get like a full confirm if he really wants. He can bring him to the corner. He can do a lot what he wants, which is pretty sweet. Again, with that new CTF buff, Poo-Poo Lariat. But yeah, be wary of your round starts. EX Wolf. So one thing I kind of want to grace on too, we'll probably get into it, is about the idea that EX Wolf kit's kind of safe around these parts with this team. So Beam is pretty self-explanatory with Piccolo Trunks because it covers the ground, making it into air-to-air situation, which you guys know I love. Orb Assist. Now this is pretty good. Orb Assist has become in neutral with this team. It's very, very strong. So I can call like this, right? And get like a full confirm into knockdown depending on what I have, right? I know like a lot of players have some type of difficulty because they have to visually see what the CTF hits, and sometimes you're not gonna be able to get a full confirm off. You're not be able to see the visual. You won't have the visual cue to like get the full confirm. So with Orb Assist, it kind of becomes really, really easy. Same thing with Yamcha, right? Same exact thing with Yamcha. You can kind of like play around with it, and you'll be able to get an easy, simple confirm, but still a sliding knockdown at any point on screen is pretty sweet, right? With the orb changes that happened in season 3. So things confirming like 5S or CTF with Trunks into Pickle AA becomes a breeze. And then yeah, anything into EX Wolf. So one thing again, since this got changed, the EX Wolf got changed. One thing a lot of people kind of tend to forget is that like with that, it kind of like, yes, you could super dash it, but if you conditioned your opponent correctly, they won't be really looking at that as a way to be like, okay, it's my turn now. So again, conditioned properly, you'll be fine. But yeah, no. The thing is that like with this team, you'll be able to kind of like move around the screen and kind of like play around safe with these two orbs out. So kind of like a side note, right? Yeah, so that's how all 3 assists kind of work in neutral. You kind of like, you can kind of play the lane game with both Yamcha and Trunks, which is pretty sweet. And then, so that's pretty sweet. All 3 characters can kind of commit the standard type of pressure with these assists, but be careful. This is one thing that a lot of players tend to forget, and I will keep saying it till the moon comes in. Orb assist can be super dashed. So one thing that's kind of a negative to this team is that Trunks, without timed correctly, won't get a true 50-50. He won't even get a true 50-50 really off beam. So again, you just gotta be careful, wait for your turn and things like that. So this team does have to work for its hits for the most part. So again, be wary of that as you kind of progress forward with the team, and just have fun with it. This team is really, really fun. Which my favorite part of this team, and I know a lot of people's favorite part of this team, is the combo structure. Combo structure has been the most interesting thing to discover with this team because it's very freeform. So you know how I talk about like how Piccolo is a freestyle character? These 2 characters with Piccolo kind of encompass that idea and kind of encompass my vision for the game. One of the most notorious things I do with this team, I'm tagging Yamcha, is that I do the infamous tag combo off the corner. This can, and note, there's a lot of different ways. I still haven't discovered how to combo mid-screen, but this is just an example of using Pickle A assist, or even Pickle. I think I had it backwards, but you guys get the idea. Let me quickly fix that. I think it's here we go. Just quickly show that off. But you guys get the idea. I've actually going to show it this way. So you guys get the picture. And this actually works both ways, right? So Trunks can actually, I've been working on this slowly, is that they can both get some type of confirm, which is pretty sweet, and both can lead to sliding knockdowns. I'm still working on the mid-screen, but timing is pretty easy in the corner. It's kind of where the win conditions kind of starts happening for Piccolo, most characters in the game, so be wary of that too. Another weakness of the team is that Pickle sometimes has a hard time converting 2M into CTF assists in the corner, as it pops him at the weird angle. Again, off a combo it's kind of difficult. One easy fix that you guys can make to kind of adjust to this is doing the delay combo that I previously mentioned in my guide for Piccolo, and do this, and then this way, comboing. I think I just have my assist backwards today, but you guys get the picture. A lot of the combos become a lot easier with this team as you kind of learn. There you go. So just stuff like that. You can get 2H confirm, and then you can get sliding knockdown, things of that nature. So again, really sick. Kind of like mitigates the whole idea that like you don't have to use certain assists, like Broly, for example. You can make this work with Trunks, and also you have a lot of different routes that you could take with it, which is pretty sweet. Another big thing, also another neat thing about CTF, so a lot of Pickles come up air gap easily into a multitude of routes. It doesn't come up super often, but it's a nice little note that Pickle has. So it's something like this. And then you do vanish, and then slide in. So, nice little note that has there. This is only limited to assists that like pop characters up really high. So base Cheetah kind of covers it. I don't believe Broly does, but Super Broly does, because the way the angle is on the assist. So get creative with your assists. That's like the #1 thing I keep fucking iterating with these guides. Be creative. This game is super fun and super creative with a lot of different things you can do with it. So have fun with it. One thing a lot of characters have with the assist that again, it hits at that weird angle, so you can combo it, what I just did, into a full corner character. The alternative route is doing the J2H into 214L, call Trunks into 2S, etc. Yamcha gets some neat combos off CTF. They're pretty standard. They're not the craziest thing in the world, but they're still really strong. And all this can mid-screen tag if you need to get another character up for Blue Life, which is pretty sweet. Again, that CTF buff has been putting in lots of stuff. Lastly, Trunks with Yamcha being in the core gets some nice and neat sliding knockdowns. And I'm just gonna show you the Piccolo combo that this is kind of, again, I'm notorious for. This is something that comes up very often. So with this, for example, it becomes something that you kind of do as a bread and butter if you have Pickle Assist live. What I mean by this is, then you can tag them out. Again, what's cool about this team is that it can work in any order. So you're not kind of like pigeonholed to be like, okay, like I can't really do combos into one character. I can do combos into a multitude of different characters and feel like I can constantly get my blue life back. That's kind of the cool thing about this team, is that I don't feel afraid of tagging in and out. Like if Yamcha had like 30% blue life, I know if I get a good confirm with him, I'm gonna be able to full combo and get him out. So again, this team really works well with the synergy, and I think a lot of people don't want to talk about it. Mid screen, you can combo Pulse EX Wolf into Pickle in a multitude of ways. You guys know this combo from me as well. This is pretty standard for me. One thing I want to say is damage does change with 2L, so make sure, or JL confirm. So again, be wary of that. Also, with the new changes to Pickle in 3.5, smacking them into orb can lead to a multiple confirms mid-screen. So this is something that I love. This patch, it's something I'm currently working on a little bit more with this team, and just kind of like creating more situations for myself, just like how it works. So things like just like dancing in neutral, being a full confirmed into a sliding. I think that's kind of the cool thing about this team, is that again it creates like a lot of new visuals. And then straight assist calls into the grounded version, into Vanish is like really important as well. And you can throw orb, get something else started. So again, just get creative with it and just try to figure out different ways you can use these assists. So then, yeah, I didn't go over a lot of the crazy combo routes, because again, this team is very freeform in this combo route. So you're not like pigeonholed to playing like one simple way with it. So you can keep people mid-screen, you can keep people corner with this team. It's different, and I love it. So kind of knowing the combo structure and the neutral plan, as well as some of the weaknesses, so not having the Trunks 50-50. Some combos are a little tougher, but other combos are easier. So what if you want to play a certain show, who can be replaced on the team? Across the board, I'm going to go to character select for this segment, because again, I think this is like one of the big things that people kind of forget. Across the board, you can play Bardock or Buku with any of these characters. You'll be able to benefit from the assist as well as added pressure and neutral presence. So an example of this could be something like this, and then you could play Masenko, and you can play Void Strike or Dive Kick, whatever you prefer. With Bardock, you can play Bardock B if you want to capitalize on the concept of the Trunks 50-50. If you want to keep CTF, you can. Beam Assist is also really necessary. So yeah, again, creativeness on that route as well. Also, if you want to keep play Yamcha, that's also a great route as well. You have Wolf Fang Fist and you have Kamehameha. Now people are talking about Demon Shocker for this team. Also, fun fact, if you did want to play the alternative version of this team, you could play this and you lose the CTF applications, but you gain a 50-50 with Trunks and Yamcha. If you wanted to make this, and this is completely optional, you could double down on the Trunks 50-50, and I recommend Piccolo B, as it gives Trunks enough block stun to do a 50-50. And I want to give a big shout out to LK for explaining that in his flip guide. I'm going to put a link to that in the description if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. So kind of in conclusion, if you want a heavy neutral team with Piccolo being on point, as well as synergy, really strong synergy with all three characters, this is not a horrible team to pick up in Lord Dragon Ball FighterZ. Also, Piccolo and Buff just got buffs, and Yamcha is still super solid. Like, he lost EX Wolf, but he's still a great character. I know I'm going to hear a lot of this in the comments. I know there's a lot of teams out there that are way better. What's going on, T-Dog? I know there's a lot of teams out there that are way better. For Piccolo, for Trunks. This is just a personal preference. So again, what's cool about Season 3 is that it's very open. It's very open. So yeah, that wraps up for the guide. I find something new every day with this team, and I have a blast doing it. Thank you so much for watching and chilling in the chat. I appreciate it. So I'm going to go into a Q&A about the team. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to ask. I'm gonna also put this portion up on YouTube. So if you guys have any questions for me on the team guide, please let me know. I know there wasn't a ton of people in here to watch it, and that's kind of okay. It's like you're presenting to your friends and your homies, and you just hope it goes over well. So yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, please let me know. Yeah, any questions, I can answer them right now. In terms of the team, if there's like any feedback on it. So yeah. What's going on, Doc? I hope the team guide was informative. I know I went a little quick. I know some of my assists were flipped backwards, which kind of sucks. So I just kind of did the combos as I saw them, like mentioned in my little script. So I knew it was gonna be something, but so yeah, no. Any questions, guys? Feel free to ask me. I know that was a big topic with. I know it was a big topic with the idea that what's the highest damage combo with that team? Without sparking or with sparking? Because this team can TOD. This team can TOD. Without sparking, you're looking at like without about 7-8k. It depends. It's like you got to maximize every hit. How many hell zones are you doing? Whether without doesn't matter. So this team can TOD, depending on starter, which is pretty sweet, and depending on meter, 1 to 2. There is 0 bar TODs as well. Dupriest, thank you so much for going with the flow. Appreciate it. So it depends on that as well. I'm gonna hydrate in a second. So it does depend on that, and then it also depends on what assists are left. I know there's certain assists that I can just use him, like Pickle and X, Y, and Z. So yeah, no, highest damage is about 7-8k without sparking, and then with